How should you prepare your house to go on the market? Now, I know if you've watched my videos in the past, this is something that we talk about a lot. And the reason is getting your home ready to sell is probably the most important step in the process besides pricing your home right. Buyers today are faced with higher interest rates. Loan options, the guidelines there are still relatively tight. So when a buyer walks into a house, they have to be captivated by it. Buyers are not willing to just throw an offer at a house to say, hey, I got a house, I'm a homeowner now. Buyers are not willing to overlook repairs that needed to be done unless you have taken those repairs into account with your price. So, the first thing that I suggest to my sellers when we're talking about getting the home listed, we go over, okay, these are the repairs that I see that need to be made. These are the things that I can see that I would suggest you do to get your home ready. And then about a week or so before we actually think we're going to go live with the listing, I suggest that we get a pre-listing home inspection done. The reason that we do that is twofold. Number one, it's going to keep the seller from being surprised at any major items that may come up on the home inspection. It gives that seller an opportunity to think about, do I want to pay the money to fix this? Or would I rather just make an adjustment in my price in order to accommodate that repair? For example, let's say that you have the home inspection done and the guy says, yeah, that roof is shot in a few places. The seller has to make a decision because I can promise you, if the pre-listing home inspector found it, the buyer's home inspector is going to find it as well. So it gives the seller an opportunity to decide, do we need to fix this or do we need to just address it in price? It helps to eliminate those surprises. The second thing that doing a pre-listing home inspection does is if we make that inspection available to buyers by having it laid out on the kitchen counter so that when buyers come through, it's in a nice little neat notebook, they can flip through it, they can see what potential issues came up. And then if you do make some repairs, we can notate on there, correct it on, and put the date and the cost of the repair, maybe provide the invoice showing where you paid someone to make that repair. It can sway a buyer to waive their home inspection. They could say, you know what, I'm good with what they've provided. I don't see the need to pay for another home inspection. So it saves you having to go through that inspection process with the buyer. So I'm a firm believer in doing a pre-listing home inspection. Enhancing curb appeal is the other thing. A lot of sellers, I think, get so focused on getting the inside of the house the way it needs to be that curb appeal is sometimes lost. And curb appeal is the first impression that a buyer has of your house. If they're doing a drive-by of homes that they want to actually go see before they contact their realtor, and they drive by and your lawn's not been mowed, or there's shrubs blocking the front entry to the home, they may decide they don't want to see the inside. They may decide, yeah, the inside looks great, but those photos could be deceptive, and they just mark you off the list. So walk around your house with a fresh eye, look at it from a buyer's perspective, and do those things that you would want done to a house if you were getting ready to buy it. Professional photography, I'm a huge advocate of that. I was doing professional photography in this area before most agents were. A professional photographer has the lighting to make your house look great. They have wide angle cameras. They capture the entire room. Whereas a cell phone, sure, you could back it out, but then it looks like a fishbowl picture. I just think that a professional photographer does so much justice to your house. And there's nothing that I can do on a cell phone that's going to come close to what they can do. So if you want your home to sell quickly and sell for the most money you can, you definitely need to make sure that your agent is getting a professional photographer for you.